Oop. Okay. Just doing something. What was I doing? Was tea snack. Notifications went out. Oh, that's right. Oh. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's get dressed. Okie dokie, we're ready, I guess. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Today, it's tea time. And I am your host today, Hero Dolce, here to have some tea with you. Good morning. Sanix, congratulations on the first. Hi, Sanix. Welcome, Bricklebork. You guys having a good day today? It is morning for you guys, probably, or afternoon, or whatever time. And it is 1 in the morning for me. Perfect time for tea. And a snack. I do like doing these because I'm a very, very night owlish person. And it gets me going. I thrive at night. It's been really freaking hot here. I was at work, and then I came back from work, and my entire apartment was scalding hot. And it was ridiculous, like ridiculously hot. Did someone say wasting large amounts of money on material goods? Yeah, well, that's what we're talking about today. But my apartment, though. My apartment was really hot. And it was like, it's like, I didn't even know apartments could get that hot. It felt like a sauna, except it was a dry heat and not a wet heat. And dry heat is probably, I honestly don't know what's worse. Dry heat or wet heat. I guess maybe wet heat kind of like dehydrates you more, I think. Whereas dry heat just freaking sucks. I have 2 drinks today. I have my usual barley tea with lemon and honey. I have Mitsuya cider, which is great. And then we have some mandarin jelly. The mandarin orange jelly. They do say Japan summer is brutal. Apparently, this is one of the hottest summers in Japan. It's supposed to get the hottest in August, but right now it is 35 degrees Celsius here, 36 degrees Celsius. And it's not fun. Going out at night though is not too bad. It's not too bad, but the sun, the heat from the sun is like the worst. And they say global warming isn't real. I remember when back when I lived in Canada, when I lived in Canada, I had I live in like a coal mining town. I lived in a very industrial area, and as such, there's a lot of climate deniers. There's a lot of... I'm drinking my tea here. Excuse you, Shadow Life. There's a lot of climate deniers because there's a coal mining town. They're like, oh, coal is good. It's great energy. It's whatever. And the funniest thing I've heard about coal burning as a energy source, the most ridiculous thing that I believed for a while, because like, you know, there's so many people saying this, but apparently one of the arguments that coal is actually like it's net neutral for carbon emissions is because they say, oh, well, coal is in the ground and it's from the earth and it's natural that it's natural that it got there. Like, how did it get there in the first place? So like, we're actually just releasing the carbon back into the air. It doesn't make any sense. I believed it. I was like, well, yeah, they're like, you know, like, yeah, you're the right. Yeah, the coal is from the earth, and the earth is round, and I'm an oxygen denier. I've never seen this stuff. I mean, you can you could. I mean, you can see a vacuum. Well, you can't see a vacuum. You can experience a vacuum though. Excuse me, I'm drinking here. Every time you do that, I'm about to take a sip of my tea. Uranium is in the ground, but it's not good for it to be in the air. There's a lot of things that are not supposed to be in the air. Aerosol cans were one of the big reasons for holes in the ozone layer. It doesn't seem like it would be because like you're so far down in the ground. Like, how would an aerosol can commit to ozone destruction? But like, if every spray can has that ozone destroying chemical in it, gonna go somewhere. I'm sure the climate there is trying to return to it is very comfy, and it's not. It's miserable here, guys. Anyways, what I was talking about before about climate change and like coal and the air and stuff. Because there's like a bunch of climate deniers in my hometown, there were people that were like, well, if climate change is real, if global warming is real, why are there still blizzards? And like, that's not how that works. Why is it still really, really cold in the winter? I don't know, fucking genius. You tell me. Why is it cold in the winter and hot in the summer? Tying a plastic bag around my head to prove the oxygen sheeple to the oxygen sheeple, it doesn't exist. I mean, you can technically breathe your own breath. There's technically oxygen in your breath when you breathe it out. It's just like not, you know, in high density as compared to the carbon dioxide that you breathe out, which I think is really cool. That we breathe out carbon dioxide. I don't know. I thought that was interesting. Can I call dibs on their wallet when they're knocked out? Yeah, and you can make really, really good purchases with it, like $300 Pokemon plushies from the Pokemon Center. I didn't actually do that. I did see the entrance to the Pokemon Center in Shibuya, but it was so freaking crowded that I was like, I ain't doing that. So the worst thing about going shopping in the city, one, it's fucking hot in the summer, so it's miserable to be out. And two, it's still hot in the stores, even if they have air conditioning on, because like there are so many people in the store that everybody's body heat keeps warming the whole entire place up, and it's hot in the store, it's hot outside, it's just miserable to go shopping. So I just like chilling out in like restaurants and stuff whenever I go out. I spent a lot of money last weekend, or I guess this weekend. Spent a lot of money this weekend, more than I wanted to. Jesus. Shout out for trees for processing it. Shout out to the worms too. Any worms in chat? Shout out worms for giving nitrates to the soil. What the fuck? I was about to take a sip. How the fuck do you do that? How do you know when I'm about? Do you have like a camera on me right now? Are you in my walls? You're in my walls, aren't you? Anyways, yeah, I spent a lot of money, and so I actually went. I experienced the Tokyo nightlife. I didn't. So I went out and got a hotel and everything. It was a little capsule hotel. So like it was just literally just a little room that I slept in. A little crawl. I took over the crawl. The place I stayed at was a little crawl space. So yeah, I slept in a little crawl space last night, and that was pretty fun. I'm actually really comfortable sleeping in them. Some people are like really don't like capsule hotels, but like you got a place. If you need a place to stay, you don't got a whole lot with you. Just go out. Sleep inside it, sleep in a hole in the wall. So that wasn't too bad, and those are like really cheap too. They're like $50 a night, maybe less, maybe 30, maybe 20, depending on where you go. My place was nice, and they gave you like free shit, so like that's why mine was like $50. Yeah, I experienced the nightlife. I went out. So trains stop at around 12:30. I was out until the first train's coming back. So 4:30 in the morning. 4:30 in the morning, I got my train back to my hotel. Crazy. Also, drinks are also expensive at clubs. I don't recommend, if you want to save money, going to clubs. In fact, I'm very much a homebody, and I don't like going out to clubs. But I was like, you know what? I should be less of a stick in the mud, so I did. That's right. We gotta listen to the playlist. Hold on. Good to try it at least once, right? Yeah. You gotta try something at least once. Something exciting at least once. And I've always wanted to experience the nightlife, and that was really... It wasn't life-changing. And I honestly thought I would like check out, like I'd be like done by like 1 o'clock. No, I made it. I made it. I survived. It was great, man. It was great. You didn't get me that time, Shadow Life. I took a sip and you didn't get me. I've been a fear to some streamers in the end. I guided too many raids. If they get a raid, I was blamed for bringing them. Yippee! Did you bring anybody here? Don't bring anybody here. It's also really early in the morning. No one really streams around this time. So, yeah. I have this really bad habit of streaming when nobody else is streaming. Is that a bad habit or is that a good habit, you know? Yippee! I feel like the music is still a little too loud. How's that? A bit better? I love Pikmin. So yeah, if you guys didn't see on my Twitter, let me get that cracked open. I was in Shibuya. I was in I was all over Tokyo. Just gotta make sure there's nothing sus on here. Okay, it's fine. I forgot what I just saved it to. There it is. Okay. So if you guys seen my Twitter. Where's fit to screen? There it is. Control F. It's Control F, not Shift F. I bought these little guys. So I like went to one of the stores that sell like anime stuff in Akihabara, which is like pretty much every store in Akihabara. So like, but I found this. EN merch is really, really rare to find. So I saw that. I was like, oh, Crony, and then I was like, wait a second, they're all there. All of Promise was right there. So I was like, oh my god. And I was like, well, I at least gotta get Crony. I at least got Crony. I gotta get my Oshi. And then I was like, well, I really like Iris too. I watch a lot of Iris recently, so maybe I should get her too. And then I was like, but I also watch a lot of Fauna as well. I was like, well, if I'm gonna get 3, I might as well get them all, right? And I ended up spending like $200. Almost $200. Not exactly $200, but pretty much $200 on the whole set here. I was like, I got like all of them in my arms. I was like holding them like a bouquet of flowers through the store. I was like, oh my god. I was like, at checkout, I just felt so manic. I was like, oh my god, I'm getting them. They're all sitting on my my bed right now, exactly like that. I don't know what I'm gonna do if I want to go to bed though. I don't know if I'm gonna like push them off the bed or like maybe sleep with them or like maybe put them somewhere else. But like, they're just chilling for now. They're really nice though. I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. I'm very, very happy about it. In other news, Hololive did their Dodgers thing. Their Dodgers baseball collab. And one of the things that I thought was really, really crazy is that you can see some people recorded Gura singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Hold on a second. Ba 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 ba. Cool. Okay, let me fix what that looks like. Ba 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 ba. What if I disguised it as my own cooking? That's right. I gotta minimize it. There we go. Ba ba bum, ba ba bum, ba ba bum, ba 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 bum. I saw that in another Discord. Okay, so we're gonna look it up real quick. Gura Dodgers. Oh, this is my jam. That's loud. I'm sorry. Okay, we're gonna pause the music here. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. So, the one of the craziest things to think about here, you can see like there's so many people here, right? That's a lot of fucking people. So, it's crazy because one, that's a lot of people. Oh shit, no! That's oh, the explosion got shifted into the time warp. That was a screen warp, yeah? Okay, yeah. So yeah, that was a lot of people. You could see how many people she was singing to. If you look up the capacity of the Dodgers Stadium seats 56,000 people. So that what we just saw there was pretty much 65,000 people. Or 56,000 people, sorry. 56,000 people. The crazier thing is that Gura, her streams often have like 10 or 100,000 viewers. So she is constantly streaming to like 2 Dodgers stadiums full of people. Isn't that nutty? That's so wild to think about. Like, that's how many people are constantly just watching her streams. Obviously, it's like it's gonna fluctuate from like whatever, but like she streams to like stadium-sized audiences. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the brah. A football stadium's worth? I mean, it's a baseball stadium. Wouldn't that be around the same size? Hold on. How big is or how many people can fit in a football stadium? Jesus! NFL stadiums are all unique, so the seating counts may vary, but most seating have capacities between 70,000 to 100,000 people. Yeah, so Gura is constantly streaming to football stadium size places, or like that's how many people there are. Why would you want me to tweet that? That's so lame. Make me tweet something like my feet smell like pineapples in the morning. Twitter is Google now. It sure is. Keep your viewers on their toes. How about you keep the pineapple slices between my toes? That's how you get them. Let me ask you guys. What are some things that like you guys have bought recently that either you are proud of or not proud of? It doesn't even have to be expensive. Like your best purchase. Because my $200 Hollow Promise collection. Gotta say, I love it. I love them all. Every time I was like walking into like every time I like walk into an area that sells Hololive stuff, I just walk up to I go, my girls. So many. I just wish I had like unlimited money. Art needs to be appreciated more. I would not be proud of buying 5 plushies for $200 personally. Yeah, well, I'm built different. Also, they my girls. I love them so much. I love Hollow Promise. I realize that maybe I'm a big second generation Idol fan. By second generation, I mean like every time there's like an idol group or like a whatever, and they come out with a new generation, I'm always in love with the second generation for some reason. The first one, I'm like, yeah, they're pretty cool. But the second one comes out, the second generation, I'm like, I fucking love these. This is the best thing ever. Because it happened with Love Live. It happened with Hololive. When I was introduced to Morning Musume, I was introduced in Platinum era? I was introduced in Platinum era. Platinum era. So that was technically my first generation, but even though it was like several generations later. But the following generation was the Colorful era, where it's not gonna make sense to you guys if you guys don't know what the eras are, but like Colorful era had like a certain amount of people in it, and that was my favorite era. One of my faves is Chibimon Devi Vmon plushie, and it was 200 from Japan. Hey, listen. If a plushie can cost $200, I can get 5 for $200, okay? I bought Calorie Mate some freeze-dried food, and one of every flavor Boss coffee. The freeze-dried food is prepared for a hurricane. Is a hurricane gonna happen to you anytime soon? I did buy a little starter auto. Oh, we love that. We love that. What is it? If it's okay, if it's a Focusrite, don't let people be like, well, why would you buy a Focusrite? Because a lot of people are like, oh, it's a great starting interface. Mixer or like, wait, hold on. Mixer or interface? Because that's a little bit different. It was from Walmart. Okay. Well, you know, you got to start somewhere. That's always gotta say too. Like, you always gotta start somewhere. My first quote unquote studio headphones were from Walmart. And now I'm buying $600 headphones. It can mix my mic and come. Oh, that's nice. Ooh, we love that. We love that. The Go XLR is really good for that. Okay, we're back. We're back. Connection successful. Okay, yeah. I think that was a Twitch fuck. That was a Twitchy fuck right there. Wanted to pop in on the way to a 4th of July thing with my parents. Oh, well, have a fun time. Happy America, everybody. But yeah, $600 for headphones. And I can't go back, man. I can't go back. Well, I can, but like, different headphones for different uses. The $600 ones I use for mixing, so they have a great feedback. A little bit on the hissier side, but I can compensate for that. It's fine. I like listening to things on them. Hurricane Barrel. It's gonna come barreling through. Haha, get it? Oh, I'm so funny. I asked my family saying I want an office space. They might go, all right. What's wrong with that? It's good to have an office space. I have an office space. It's called my room. They say that you should separate work from pleasure and sleep. I do think that you shouldn't play where you work, because one, you get unproductive. You'll get like because your mind will be like, oh, I don't want to do the thing, because like you'll be tempted to do it. Like if you work on your computer, right, and you play on that same computer, you'll just be tempted to like play games on that computer. So like I recommend if people do have to work on a laptop or like a computer or something, get a work laptop. Like get a really fucking cheapo bitch ass laptop, and then that'll be your work laptop. Don't install anything on it other than like your work stuff, and then like your pleasure computer can be your pleasure computer. The office chair might have a 2000. Ooh, okay. So I am so for buying office chairs instead of gamer chairs. A lot of people are like, oh, I want a gamer chair. I want a gamer chair because they're comfy, they're good for your back, whatever. They're not actually good for you. Gamer chairs are not actually good for you at all. In fact, I talked about this topic was one of the first topics I've ever talked about as a VTuber. And it's kind of funny how we're going full circle. But gamer chairs fucking suck. They're miserable. But like you buy a nice little like a mesh fabric chair with like back support and like, man, I can fucking sit in, like they're designed to be sat on for hours. And that's why they're so good. An office chair can be even more sleek. Yeah. I miss my office chair from back in Canada. I miss it so much, guys. I have to buy like 3 cushions on this chair that I'm using right now. I put three cushions on this like really shitty like computer chair right now, and I'm really tempted to go out and buy like a really nice computer chair. But then like, if I move out of the country again, like, am I gonna take that with me, or do I like resell it? You know, I don't want to be responsible for that. But they look cool. But my back hurts. But they look cool. Like, right? I don't know. They're just not ergonomic. They feel so suffocating too. Is that just me? Is that just me? Like, gamer chairs feel suffocating whenever you sit in them. Cause like whenever I sit in them, it feels like I'm being like encroached on all sides. Is that just because like you kind of like sink into, like you kind of feel like you sink into the chair, and it's kind of like made in such a way where like it kind of sticks out on the sides? Am I just crazy? Do I sound insane right now? I'm probably like very insane. So yeah, a good purchase, get a computer chair. Don't get a gamer chair, get a computer chair. No, this really is like a financial advice stream. Get a work laptop and then let your gaming laptop be something else. You might have a fear of gamer chairs. I don't think I do. It just feels suffocating. I'm not afraid of them. I ain't afraid of no chair. What stock should I invest in? The JRK. I don't know what the JRK is. The PRD. That's a good stock. The PRD. Invest in GameStop. What are the cool cryptocurrencies people are into now? There's Bitcoin, there's Ethereum, and then Dogecoin never took off. Dogecoin to the moon, baby. I was never a money guy. Dogecoin was killed by Elon. Elon also like helped push it though. Dogecoin has always been like a meme currency. Like no one was really convinced it was gonna go anywhere. They all just thought it was funny. Is there anything like I don't like. Okay, so like this is. It plummeted after his Wario courtroom skit. Oh yeah, I remember that because he like backed it, and then that happened. I just find it really weird how like crypto is basically its own currency. So like if you think about it, right? So currency is a weird thing. Economics is a weird thing. So the value of money or a particular currency is rooted in its distribution worldwide. And how that happens is that if they need to import or export or whatever, like if you need to import something, you have to spend your money to like get that from another country. So like let's say you have a bunch of US dollars, right? And you want to import something. Well, you have to give, let's say we're going to say like we're going to say Brazil, right? So Brazil, I don't know what money they use in Brazil. We're gonna call it the Brazilian dollar though, okay? Right? So like the US gives Brazil a bunch of money, and it's a bunch of their US money, and that has a particular value to it. And let's say they imported a bunch of like, what's Brazil known for? Soccer balls. They like we have just a bunch of soccer balls now, right? So like their exporting of goods gets them the US dollars, which then can like you can spend it back and stuff like that. And the economic power, the amount of export that you can do raises the currency that you have, because you're getting other people's money, but you're not giving out yours. So yours is a rarer currency, basically. Currency becomes like a rarity sort of thing, not like an amount sort of thing. So like the rarer a currency is, the more valuable it is technically. So if you have a bunch of money that you're just kind of throwing out everywhere, and like your money is just everywhere, it's fucking worthless, because like everybody has the money, has your money. It's tied to your economic power, so your exportation. So you can't just kind of like buy a bunch of shit, right? You can't just print a bunch of money and then spend it, and then because like your money becomes worthless. You have no economic power to back up your exports or your purchasing, your imports, I mean. And then what was I talking about? Why are we talking about this? Oh, we're talking about cryptocurrencies. So cryptocurrencies, they work so differently. Actually, cryptocurrencies are so weird because they're not tied to economic power through exports and imports and stuff like that. They're tied to how many people have invested into it. So if a lot of people have invested into this, it's worth more. So like it's kind of like a pool of money. Everyone just kind of throws their money into the pool, and then like you get pool water, and like, hey, how much pool water do you got? And the pool water is technically worth whatever is in there, but like you put some of that pool water back, and then you get some of that money back, and then like turns out pool water's fucking everywhere, and so it's like useless. But like, does anyone really want pool water? But some people really like pool water and like spending pool water. I was bored and planning to set fire to a water-cooled 4090. Are you insane? Do you know how insane you sound right now? Do you know how insane you sound right now? I think one of the important things to buy in general, washing machine. One of the things that is kind of like really like you don't really think about it. You don't think about getting it, but like when you're like, oh, I want a washing machine. You buy a washing machine once and you keep it for like 10 years, like maybe even more, right? You buy a washing machine, you keep it for like 10, 20 years, and then you don't even have to think about it. You just have a washing machine. Same with a fridge. You just buy a fridge and you don't really think about it. But like for people who don't have furniture, that's a fucking big spending thing. Like, you know, washing machines are like $600, $700. Fridges are like $700, $800. It can go up to like thousands of dollars for a fridge. TVs, like you don't really buy a TV. Well, I guess on like Good Friday. How many TVs can you fucking sell on a Good Friday, or like Good Friday? What is it called? Black Friday. How many TVs do people need? Why are we like going after TVs like that? You would think that like people wouldn't need to buy like a TV every other year. Are people just throwing away their TVs and just getting new ones? But yeah, like appliances. Appliances like fridges, washing machines, dryers, range cooks, whatever, you know? Like that stuff you buy once and you don't really need to think about it for another like 10, 20 years. But like somebody who's like just got a house, right? Someone who wants to buy, like who just bought a house, or like who is like moving in and renting a house, but they don't give the furniture, right? That's a lot of fucking money. And they say rent is crazy. Furniture is even crazier, man. It's honestly, there's no wonder why people like don't want to they can't buy a house because one, houses are expensive. And even if you buy the house, what the fuck are you gonna put in it? You spent all your money on the house. That's my onion. Okay, that's my onion. Looks at the 4 houses I travel in. Okay, listen, that's the same. You have the same amount of houses as their houses in Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem 3 houses, but actually 4 because the 4th one we hit underground. A secret 4th house. How many do you actually have 4 houses? It's crazy. Do you have individual furniture for each one of those? How much money you got? Want to give me money? I'm kidding. Don't have to. And I'm like, should I run my AC? The AC is expensive to run. Fully furnished indeed. Holy fuck. You're rich. You are rich. If I were a rich man, you're green with it. Oh. I don't like this honey that I use because it has like orange rinds in it. Not orange rinds, but like orange skin in it. I guess that's what a rind is, huh? It's got like orange shit in it. I don't like drinking it. I don't like chewing on it either. Oh, my nose. It feels so funny. I'm working on a video, guys. Don't be petty on the internet, but I'm being petty on the internet. You guys ever heard of the word yaoi? Oh my god. That reminds me, speaking about yaoi. I went into like a store. An anime store in Akihabara. There's a whole floor in one of the stores there that's just dedicated to adult stuff. It's so embarrassing to walk in there. I'm an adult. I can walk in there, but it's just so embarrassing to walk in there. I don't want people to be like, "Oh, look at this dead rat looking at porn." But everyone does it. Well, I would say everyone does it, but like a lot of people do it. Sex is good. Sex feels good. Not that I would know, but apparently. Another thing worth spending a bit more money on is a fan. I have a fan. It makes summer really, really nice sometimes. Again, appliances, man. I look at concerts as a birthday celebration every time. Wait. I get concerts as a birthday celebration every time in front of my house. Damn. Listen to Simple Plan, Good Charlotte. Another thing, mattress. Fucking mattresses. How many times do you need to buy a mattress? Like maybe once every 7 to 10 years? How often should you change your mattress? How often should you buy a new mattress? Nice. Around 7 years. According to Better Sleep Council, you should replace your mattress around 7 years, but you may be able to keep your mattress for longer depending on its materials, its usage, and how you care for it over the long term. Many people can keep theirs for up to 10 years before replacing it. So there you go. People mistaken the living room as a hotel lobby. The fuck? Wait. Do you guys know that one guy who like makes the VTuber cutouts? Do you think people walk into his house and they're like, is this a hotel? Like a themed hotel? Boom, bum, bum. I always wonder what he does outside of that. Like, apparently he's just kind of fucking set for life. His dad did the screenplay for Grease. So, like, he just has a ton of money. I don't know. Did he inherit that money? Does he just get money from his dad? I don't really understand. But he just has a lot of money, and he just does his little VTuber shit. What else? I mean, honestly, if that's how he wants to spend his money, good on him, honestly. Good on him. At least he's not spending it to, like, lobby for stupid laws to be pushed in. Boo. Bro, Kira, dude, say. What? Me? Oh, dude, I fucking met a dude named Yosuke the other night. I was spending my night in Shibuya. I met a guy and his name is Yosuke. Yosuke was the coolest dude ever. I think he had a friend named Soji too, which is like really, really funny. I think his name is Soji or like Sota, so something. But it was really, really funny. It was like a guy named Yosuke and duh. More like, why am I here with you? Honestly, yeah, you could be spending spending your time with so much cooler people than me, but here you are in this dingy little cafe talking to me. That's why I was like, when I was out visiting some clubs out in Japan, in Shibuya, there are so many people that are like, they seem so rich. I went to like a place with strippers and shit too. That was really fucking cool. It was so fun. The DJ was great too. Did you go to Soapland? The fuck is Soapland? Is that where you shower? Oh, it's a... No, I went to a club. I went to a club, not a brothel. Japan's secretive Soapland brothel. How? You just go there to have a bath? Quote unquote, have a bath, quote unquote? The base price for sexual services can be 60,000 yen going up to 100,000 to 120,000. Some of these soapjo work a few years in the soaplands and then start careers posing in magazines geared towards men, called gravure modeling or adult video entertainment. That's just how high quality of the girls they are. Interesting. I don't need a bath. I can bathe myself, thank you. You know, I've always wanted to, like, it sounds so interesting and intriguing. I always wanted to try it, but at the same time, I don't want to try it. It's because, like, I just don't really do that. But, like, going to a quote-unquote massage parlor, you know, those massage parlors? Imagine it's like an onsen. Okay. But honestly, no. Like, you know those massage parlors? I was like, that's so... It's such an interesting concept, but I would never do it, cause like I don't trust like that, you know. Just more people in tight spaces. Again, such an interesting concept. Would probably never do it. All right, my tea is finished, but I do have my snack. I have a mandarin orange jelly. It's really, really deep too, really thick. I would not go to a massage parlor because it's not the place to get your nut off. How do you know? I have very, very sensitive skin. If someone were to touch me in such a way that's very, very sensual, just on the arm, I might... I'll let you finish that thought, all right? I'm not gonna say it. I am a holy woman. I would slap you silly if I weren't a holy woman. Akira, is that a Tumblr post? Are you revealing your weakness? No, I have a very, very sensitive sense of touch. I have such a sensitive sense of touch that I can feel my blood running through my veins sometimes. It's a weird feeling. It's also the same like reason why I can just give myself tinnitus. The amount of wine my family gets as a gift is enough to fill a wine cellar. Motherfuck. I'm not a wine drinker. I would never drink that. Man, I'm such a basic ass bitch. I just don't go anywhere. I only buy things that like really... that are really functional. I'm surprised I even bought those plushes, man. Like, I normally don't. Like, I was like, I don't need that. No, I guess I really needed it because, like, I was so happy when I brought them home, man. You don't want a deep tissue massage on your crotch? What's wrong with you? I did this presentation for my night/weekend course. The teacher said it was one of the most memorable ones. Taught a class on prepping and painting a skateboard. Oh, that's actually real freaking cool. I taught a class on the history of Guilty Gear. That was it. Oh my god, you're teacher certified. We can call you Ape Taro Sensei now. Yeah, Sensei, what are you doing? Put your board away. Was that YouTube? Oh, speaking of which, my copyright video finally reached 1,000 views. It's severely underperforming right now that I wanted it to. I was hoping to at least get 5,000 views on it. I only got 1,000. I just got 1,000. I put a lot of fucking effort into it too. It's one of my favorite things to talk about. Well, I appreciate you sharing the video. I may be stacked, and yet I use outdated tech as if it works and saves me more. That's a good thing. That's a really good thing, actually, because if you aren't spending money, that gives you more money to invest into other prospects. They say that being rich or poor isn't a fact, it's a mentality. So because like if you spend wisely, you are rich, you are a rich person. But if you just kind of like throw your money willy-nilly, then you are mentally a poor person. Utility and longevity, exactly. This is what, and sustainability, that's the big one. Sustainability. Have you seen the VTuber model thing? Yeah, so I actually have opinions about this. You guys want to talk about it? Dude, I got a fleshlight one time. Sorry, I shouldn't be talking about this. We're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the VTuber thing. Yeah, so Filian, so I have opinions about Filian in general. I thought it'd be pretty relevant for copyright. Yeah, it does. Okay. So Filian, her thing doesn't, her case isn't related to copyright per se. But Good Smile does. So Filian is using the model made by what's his name? Jinzo? Rindo. No, Rindo. Jindo. His name is Jindo. This is the same woman who bought the pussy of the round table. What the f— Okay, so there are several layers that's going on with the Filian thing going. Hime Hajime is doing a collab with them. Oh. Okay, so like this Filian drama. So Filian is using Jindo's model, which has terms of service. So like she can stream with the model, she can use it in VR chat, all that stuff, right? So she's technically using it for personal use for like streaming and stuff like that. But you can't, I believe this is in the terms of service of the model. I don't know exactly, but the terms of the service of the model is like, you can't make merch of this without my permission, or you can't use the model or my character in like promotional stuff. So she already broke terms of service by having merchandise of her character, quote unquote, her character. So whereas Filian is technically operating within the terms of service as a streamer, as a merch thing, she can't do that. And so when she's like, please make merch, you can make merchandise of me, you actually can't, because you're making merchandise of Jindo's character. And then so like the collaboration with Good Smile, that is them encroaching on Jindo's copyright. Filian has no say in that. Like she's not violating copyright, but she is violating the terms of service of using the model. So this is like a several layered problem. Filian's marketing tactics have always been aggressively getting her name out there, which is why she had an AI art contest, because that'll get her name higher in the search engine results. Really? Bored enough to see how well I can start a VTuber corporation. Hey, listen, if you're looking for any managers and or streamers, you know where to find me. That's if you really truly believe I have what it takes. I feel like I can go far. I just need people to believe in me. But I don't know if that's like a pompous thing to talk about, to like, oh, I'm so talented, or if I genuinely believe that I have something to share, you know. I heard this. We just talked about that. She hosted a VTuber Awards with the same copyrighted model, so the organizers now owe the model maker. Jesus. I already know how far people can go. It's just a push that you need. Yeah. Some people just need that. Some people are really fucking talented, but they don't have the resources. It's always really insane when you like come into like a really, really, really good artist, but they're so unknown because they don't have the sources to get their stuff out there, or like they don't have the connections. They can't make the connections because they can't go out and do that because they don't have the opportunities to do that. It's so sad because like I would say it's wasted potential, but it's like it's wasted. I would say it's not even. It's like it's just sad. It's just sad. It's just sad, guy. It's just sad. If they use booth abbeys since it's in the terms of service. If you're hosting an award show with an uncredited piece of IP, you're tight roping for lawyers. You could do YouTube shorts where you could just do food reviews of places you like, but have your model on screen saying stuff. Honestly, that wouldn't make me happy. That's not my thing. Like, I don't. So you can do the things that can get you views, but like, does that make you happy? Because it doesn't make me happy. Would I like the money? Would I like the attention? Maybe. I'm a very like self person. I don't like to like overshare about myself. As I said, hey, I bought a fleshlight. But like the things that I make, so I've come to this terms now to this in particular. I'm gonna make things that I really like and I'm really, really passionate about, because the more that I can share about my interests, the more I'll share about myself, and people who are like-minded as me will come to me. What if it was cafe reviews? I don't think I'm really qualified to do like cafe reviews or like restaurant reviews, man. Like, I was actually talking to like an ex-advertiser, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I used to be an influencer, but I found out that it's one of the things I hated the most, because she liked going to like concerts and like music festivals and stuff like that, but she was so focused on getting her shots. She was so focused on making sure pictures turned out right, that she loses the ability to get lost in the festival. And by getting lost in the festival, I mean she like really, really feel like she's part of the festival. Because when she's there being an influencer, she was just doing a job. She wasn't really doing it for herself at that point, you know? So whereas people would enjoy that, you know, sharing their experiences and stuff like that, but like doing it on influencer level makes you disconnected from it. And I don't think that I want that in my life at this age of 37. The connections I have already broken. Where am I? Urine. Haha, I said urine, like pee. Urine. Urine piss. You get it? Because I don't. Where the fuck am I? It's 2 in the morning. All right, you guys want to head out now? It's been an hour. Unless you guys have something else that you guys want to talk about, then we can do the old Midwestern goodbye. I think you have a really nice voice. I do too. Sorry, that sounds so fucking rude. But no, I appreciate it. I think I used to hate my voice. Reaping the fruit of your talent. You're not doing what you're good at all for free. I think people put too much emphasis on money in art. Because like paintings aren't actually worth the amount that people think it's worth. Motherfucker, okay? What the hell? So the reason why a lot of art pieces are expensive is because people think it's worth a lot. Because it's wanted, right? And that's how art became commercialized, or like industrialized, I guess, maybe commercialized. And people are putting too much effort on the idea of how much is this worth, and like financially, how much is this worth financially, not how much is this worth emotionally. Because you can get a really, really nice photo, you can get a really, really nice painting, you can get a really, really nice sculpture, and it should invoke something into you. It should make you feel something, right? Because that's a lot of emotional value to you. And you are willing to, you know, pay to have something like that in your house, or in your home space, in your wherever, right? So because people are now focused on like, hey, somebody is willing to pay this amount, they kind of churn stuff out just to, like, you know, get people to buy it based off of gut feeling. And it's like, is it really worth that much? It's like it's trading cards. It's like trading cards. You know, trading cards aren't actually worth $27,000. But somebody's willing to buy it for that much because it means that much to them. But people buy and sell cards for money. Some people just buy cards because it means something to them. Some of the issues of some people's brain chemistry is not built for the elements of the grind. Oh fuck, I hate the grind. But the end result of success appeals to people as they pursue it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the grind. Dude is very Randois. I don't know this guy. Dude is a respectable artist, but since he's not specifically a YouTuber, he's now on a YouTube partnership and saves his unfiltered content on Twitch. So what I'm saying is that he's using YouTube and a Patreon to help pay for his family expenses and bills and nurture. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I'm not at that level yet. I've got 400 subscribers and I'm not eligible for monetization. So I guess I could put out some shit that like I'm not 100% passionate about, but that's not me. You wouldn't have to turn your channel into a grind factory, but you're also safe from demonetization. It's tough. It's tough, really. Content influencing influencers is it's a slippery slope. It's hard to say what you want to do, what's good, what's good for you, what's good for your financial situation. Right now, I have a full-time job. Would I like it to be my full-time job? Maybe. But would I also like to work part-time and just do hobbies also part-time? Abso-fucking-lutely. Do I want to monetize my hobby? Not really. I just wish I had money to do the things I want to do, and that I have the time to do the things I want to do. So I would honestly, if I suddenly started like making a little bit of money, just like a little bit of money off of YouTube, off of like streaming, off of doing whatever the fuck, and had a part-time job to like cover all my expenses. If part-time work could cover all my expenses, I would do online content for free, honestly. I'm way too much on the grind. I've been stuck doing math for months to prove that people near me that it's profitable in the long run. And that's great for you. I am not a grind person. I'm not on the grind. I'm on the soul grind. I'm a fucking hippie. I'm a new age hippie. I'm a modern hippie. But I would be opposed to you doing some milk toasty safe stuff like food and drink reviews. Absolutely not. Yeah, fuck that. Some safety videos. So here's a video that's coming out. And it might get me a lot of views. It might get me a lot of views. So there's a. Okay, I'm just gonna play it for you guys. Hold on. So I have this saved on. I need to pull it. Fuck. I need to get my drive. Hold on. My work drive. This is my second time I lost my work drive. Give me a second. I'll just fucking pull it up on Twitter. Twitter.com. I'm a big advocate for putting in no effort. I'm a big advocate for putting no effort into menial work, for a company, for corporate. But if you're gonna do something that you're passionate about, put in that effort. Where's my bookmarks? How do I access my bookmarks again? Bookmarks. No. Bookmarks. There we go. Okay, so there's this video. It's by a guy named Pumpkin. You guys might not have seen this. You guys may have seen this. I'm making a video related to this. So the first one is this video here.
To today's class. Today we're going to learn how to pronounce this word. Because a lot of you guys who are claiming to be fans.
Oh, so that's the background music.
Don't know how to fucking pronounce it. So how do you pronounce it? It's yaoi.
It's not how you pronounce it.
Yaoi. You need to emphasize on the O part. Like Fruit Ninja, you gotta chop it up. It's not yoi. It's not yaoi. It is yaoi. So, you're welcome.
So let me go back here.
So, oi. It is yaoi.
Yaoi. It's not how you pronounce it. So he's over pronouncing it. He's over pronouncing it. Like he's right that you need to pronounce the O, but like the O is pronounced a certain way when it's combined with the ya part. So you pronounce it like ya o I, not oi. So because o is a different set. It's a double O. So if you yaoi, was that person smoking? I don't know. Let them smoke. So yaoi is spelt yaooi, and how he says it here, he says
it is yaoi.
That's yaoi. So technically, it's yaoi, yaoi, yaoi. Not yaoi. That's different. So I was like, I'm also a really, really big linguistics fan. I love how things sound and how things are like said. So here's this one too.
And I even prepared tits for this one. We're gonna be learning how to pronounce this word. Because y'all saying this shit wrong too. Alright? You don't pronounce this as Yuri. There's no R. We don't say it as an R. It is Yuri. I mean, I know Japanese Uromanji be fucking it up.
Okay, two things here. One,
Yuri.
It's not L. It's not L. Because that's Yuli. That's Yuli. So in Japanese, there is no R, there is no L, it's a combination of the both. Because if you pronounce it like that, it's Yuli. It's Yuri. There's no R sound in English. Is the character overweight? I think so. It doesn't matter. You can be a man, woman, or overweight. It doesn't matter.
R.
There's no R. There's no L.
It is Yuri.
That's not L.
I mean, I know Japanese romanji.
Second, it's not romanji. It's romaji. And if you Google romanji, Romanji, it'll autocorrect it and say, "Did you mean romaji?" Do I have any experience in management? I do. I used to work for Games Repainted. I was as a content manager and a community manager. Who is this person? Some fucko on the internet. I don't even know. But it made me passionate enough to be like, this guy's fucking wrong. So I'm gonna make a video about it. And honestly, it might garner quite a bit of attention because the thumbnail is gonna have fucking gay men on it. And it's gonna be saying, "You're pronouncing this wrong." It's gonna have the big fucking words of yaoi. And who else fucking you see somebody's like, "You're pronouncing this wrong." You're gonna click it and say, "No, I'm right," or you're gonna click it and be like, "Am I actually pronouncing this wrong?" Yeah, he really did activate one of my special interests. This actually goes. Hold on, let me get the script for this. I think it's language. The script for this video. So it starts with just that, like, because like I'm a linguistics fan. I like how language forms and how you can talk about it and stuff like that, right? And like how word origins, all that stuff, right? I actually have a video about the word origin of stapler in Japanese, so you know I'm really into this. But it starts with yaoi. It follows up by yuri, and because there's no r sound in English, there's no L, there's no R, it's r, right? His video's like, "You're pronouncing it wrong." Well then, like, what about croissant? Because that's technically not correct either. Or cabaret, or kindergarten, or doppelganger, or tortilla, or mozzarella, or al dente. Those are technically pronounced wrong because they're not pronounced in the original tongue, and that's what his argument is that, like, "Oh, you're pronouncing it wrong. In the original tongue, it's said like this. It starts with yaoi." I gotta fucking tweet that. It starts with yaoi. It all starts with yaoi. Oops, fuck. So yeah, because you're not saying it in the original tongue, which was one of his main points, like, "You're just saying this wrong. It's Yuri." Like, it's Yuri, because that's how we say it in English. Because we don't say croissant. There are people who have come to my cafe before and said, "Can I get a croissant?" I'm like, "I don't fucking understand you." And then I was like, I've done this out of fucking petty spiteness. People have come up to me and they come up to order, like, "I'll get a coffee and a croissant." I'm like, "I'm sorry, what was that?" They're like, "A croissant?" I was like, sorry, I didn't really understand that. And he goes, I made him say,
I don't know why, mispronouncing words and it makes me cry.
I made him say croissant. I made this guy say fucking croissant because he kept saying a croissant. I was like, I just don't understand you, bro. I don't understand you. And I felt so good about that. Oh, that went through though. That went through. It was just covered by the music. Yeah, it was just covered by the music. So yeah, my thing is, my whole video that I'm working on, it's gonna be about like maybe 5 or 6 minutes long, is basically like why phonetics don't exist in certain languages, why we say things a certain ways in certain languages, and why it doesn't fucking matter if we say things right or wrong. Because do you guys go to karaoke or do you guys go to karaoke? Karaoke. Karaoke or karaoke? Do you guys do karate or do you guys do karate? No one fucking says karate unless you're a fucking pompous asshole. Well played game of Sudoku? Sudoku. Would you like it on a tortilla or would you like a tortilla? Like, we don't fucking do that. Unless you're like Spanish, unless you speak the language and that's your first language and you've learned those phonetics, it's perfectly fine for you to do that. If you're Japanese and you say Yuri, that's fine. But if you are an English speaker and you haven't developed that uri sound, just say Yuri. Just say Yaoi. Yaoi. What? Because like, we don't have an ow sound in English really. We have a w. Do you read manga or read manga? So manga is technically incorrect, but like you so the end here, I'm going to read this part out exactly here. So long story short, it doesn't matter if you pronounce things wrong as long as we adhere to the general consensus. So general consensus on manga is manga. People will say manga, but like people will be like, well, it's actually manga. And the general consensus is that it should be pronounced manga, not manga. As far as my circles go. In other circles, it might be pronounced manga. It might be. But for me and my circles and everybody else I fucking know, we all pronounce it manga because that's how we say it. That's how we. As long as we adhere to the general consensus. Anyways, I think I'm fucking done for today. I'm gonna piss. Let's see if we can raid. Randon's playing Signalis. CC is playing Zelda. I was watching CC play Zelda. Orange doing the subathon still. I raided them last time. We're gonna raid CC though. I like CC.
Them, and I was scared for my life every day.
Sorry. Blah. Mango. Oh, the way that you say, now that you mentioned mango, that's why the people probably say manga, because they're familiar saying mango, so they're like, oh, it's manga. No. General consensus though, manga.
Go piss,
manga.
Yowie guy.
Go piss, Yowie guy. I will piss. I will piss so hard for you. I will piss in your honor. All right. I don't know what time it is for you guys. I just hope it's a good time. Do you guys want to have a raid message this time? What should be our raid message? We gotta hurry. We gotta hurry on this. Our raid message is going to be, it starts with Yaoi. Okay, it starts with Yaoi. That's going to be our raid message. It starts with Yaoi. I'm sure she'll appreciate that. I don't know if I'm that on that term. I'm that close with her yet. I've only been to like 3 of her streams. She might appreciate it. All right, it starts with Yaoi. All right, have a good time, everybody.